Welcome all you Sagittarians to your monthly reading for the month of June. And we've been looking at the chakras each month. Starting in January, we started with the root chakra. And here we are 6 months later already. And we're up into the sixth chakra, which would be the third eye. So in addition to seeing what the Creator wants you to know about your month of June, we're also going to look in to see how you can strengthen your intuition. Just looking for the advice of Creator and Spirit, just what you can do with your intuition, how you can even improve your spiritual gifts, anything along those lines. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from this Energy Oracle cards. And just a side note, any of the cards that I use in a reading, I do put in the description box below. So give these a good shuffle, and we will see what the general energies are for June 1st. Not June 1st, but first we'll look at the general energies for June. All right, so here we go. For our Sagittarians, what would you like them to know? Actually, they want that one right there. And you have Door to Spirit. That is very fitting. So this is definitely this opportunity to open the door to Spirit here, and we'll look and see what energies come with that card. It's pretty self-explanatory, but we'll see if there's anything else in here. It is about spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. So the door opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light, all throughout the card here, they are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. So don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of Spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of Spirit, and to the magic and power of your true identity. So, well, there you have it. So it's definitely going to be a month. You have this invitation. The door is wide open for you to step through, and they're inviting you. So this is beautiful. If you are new to my channel, each month I also take a tarot deck and I split off the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. And for the major arcana, it's like this card, what represents the general energies for the month. So we'll see what else they would like to add to that. I don't know what they could to make that even more amazing, but you are definitely in line here to really open up. It's like your third eye opening wide like a door. So definitely we'll see what else they advise you on how that can happen, right? So what else for our Sagittarians, please? Okay, they do want that one right there. And you have the Emperor. So the Emperor card here, the Emperor, of course, is about taking control, ruling over your kingdom, taking the steps. It can mean other things, but the number 4 is standing out to me, is about stability, taking stable steps forward, taking, it's not so much like taking control. That almost sounds like, I must take control of my life. But it's like leading. An emperor, a loving emperor, leads with love. And so it's about leading your life with love and leading yourself in this direction. You get to use that intention and that power. You are the one that gets to step through the door. The door is open, but they're not going to reach out and grab you and pull you through. They're like, here's the door. Come in if you'd like. And it's you that has to take that step. It's you that needs to take that authority over your life, realizing that you are royalty. You are worthy to do that. So there's some worth in here that is coming through for a lot of you. It's not going to, resonate with everyone, but there is this hesitancy of, I think I've gone as far as I can. I don't know, am I really able to, hear messages from the other side? Can I pull, do cards, oracle, tarot, or can I do healing practices? It's really going to be this opening up and this trusting that following your heart and your gut is going to lead you to beautiful places if you'll just take a step through that doorway. We are definitely going to dig in more here and find out more information about this. And we're going to do that through the 4 minor arcana, which represent like four suits, and each of them represent like a different part of the human experience. And we're going to start off with the fire element, which is normally the wand suit in a standard tarot deck. This one happens just to call it fire. And this represents your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your passion, your energy. It can be your career as well. So we'll see if anything comes out through this as well to give you some guidance on, if you're not sure what you want to do, some ideas on that. So for our Sagittarians, what would you like them to know about their energetic adventure? There you go. Okay, you actually get 2. So awesome, awesome. And you have the 2 and the 3 of fire. So the 2 of fire is about, once you have this passion and this kind of this new ignition of energy within you, which obviously I feel like this is happening. You're just like, you feel like you're have this purpose, that you have this energy that you want to do something. And the 2 of fire, it comes right after the ace of fire, which would be the ace of wands. So the ace of wands would be the ignition, and the 2 is about you making a plan, like, okay, how am I going to get there, and then taking a step toward it. The 3 of fire is about that you've put some of this into action and you've gotten to a new point in your life, and new information is having you redirect your course and alter it a little bit. Think of it like you're in the middle of a continent and you get this idea you want to go on this vacation. And so you're in the middle of the continent and you plan on how you get to the shore, because you're going to go on a cruise. And so you figure out how you're going to get there. But when you get there, you decide, you know what? I was going to take a cruise here, but now I want to take a cruise and go here with new information that I have. And here's actually the ship that you get on board with here. And so the energy that I'm kind of picking up from all this is that this is not new to you. Like, you have had this burning desire to do things, and you have a lot of information on what you want to do. But during this month, you get a lot of clarity. You're taking steps, you're taking action. But during the month of June, you're like, okay, you get more clarity on what you want to do and where you want to go. So you do alter your course a little bit. We'll get some more information on this through the Return of Spirit deck here, and to see what else they want you to know here about your energetic adventure. One more time. All right, so what else for Sagittarians? Okay, right there. And you've got immunity. And I love that, because this is like this, it's almost like there's this hesitancy, like, and this is where that fear that I was picking up is coming into play. And you actually have this immunity. You're safe, you're secure, you are safe to take these steps forward, because they are only going to be protected and guided by spirit. And this card comes when you're feeling as though you might be under attack and you may be experiencing disagreements or arguments. Perhaps you're feeling belittled, unworthy, we talked about that too, or misunderstood. Whatever the case may be, there is a feeling of the need to protect yourself. And sometimes these feelings may not even involve an individual person, but are perceived from the world at large. It's important that you stay grounded at this time and not fall into old patterns of behaviors or reactions. So this is an opportunity to deal with your feelings and the situation in a healthier way. right, in a healthier way. It's like this is a change of course of how you were approaching it. I like how that's working together here. So you're not responsible for what others say, others think, others believe, or others feel. You do not have to own it or try to fix or change anything in an attempt to appease them. Every person on this planet is responsible for their own behavior. The immunity card offers you a layer of protection from the negative energy surrounding the situation so that you can respond and take action in a positive manner. This also helps you to see the bigger picture and how to resolve the matter in a way that ensures the highest good for all involved. Just as your physical body builds its immune system, energetically you're building a healthy response system to negative experiences and people. I love that. This is all talking about the energy, right? So you are building up this bubble that's keeping you from taking on other people's negative energies. And this could be like if your empathic gift is just blowing up and you're like have been feeling overwhelmed in the past by everyone else's emotions, even taking them on as your own. This immunity is like building up this little jello mold around you where it gets, the emotions come, but they stick and they don't get on you. They just stick in the jello mold that's around you. You can still see it, you can still touch it, but you don't take it on. They don't become your emotions. So you will not be affected in the same way should this type of situation occur again in the future. You will gain a healthy form of protection on the inside and no longer need to energetically wear a shell of protection on the outside. So those around you will feel the shift in your energy as you become more accepting and open to letting others into your personal world. So like I was talking about with that gel mold, that becomes like this little field where you don't feel like you have this walls up in this block, like you don't feel like you have to protect yourself by pushing people away. And that's what people feel is this, oh my God, you're negative, get away from me. But you have this, when this jello mold comes up, they see you because it's like, it's not a colored jello, it's a clear jello. It's like a gelatin, right? And so it comes in and they still see you and you don't get defensive. You allow people to feel what they want to feel because you no longer have that need to fix like it was talking about. You're just allowing people to be who they are, experience, they're responsible for how they're feeling, and then you can tap in to your gifts, to that intuition, to the messages from above, whatever it is that they want you to communicate, and then you do that without attaching any expectations on what they need to do with that. It's like you're just the Amazon Prime delivery driver. You have a package, you bring it, and there you go. And they're like, well, what if they don't like what's in the box? That's customer service's issue, not yours. You're just the deliverer. They can contact customer service up above if they don't like what they got, right? That's funny. All right, and then we're going to move into the earth element next. Now, this is the energy. We're going to talk about the mind and the emotions. Those three are all about the inner part of us. This is the only one, the earth element, which is also known as pentacles or coins in the standard tarot. That's about the outside world. So this is going to be like your physical experience during the month of June. It's your physical body. Everyone else that's on the physical stage with you on this planet, your situations, all the props like your possessions and all that kind of stuff. So what does the Creator want you to know about your physical experience during the month of June? So you have the Three of Earth, which would be the Three of Pentacles. And this is a great card. Sorry for the glare there. The Three of Pentacles for me is about authenticity. And we're going to put it right next here to this other three. So you got 3 and 3. And so this Three of Pentacles, the Three of Earth, is about you expressing yourself, like I said, authentically. Not being geared left and right like this talked about and influenced by other people. So this is so fitting. Usually there'll be like a picture of someone creating something on the card, and then there's two other people on there. And Spirit gave me a neat little story with it just to help me understand the energies of the three of Earth. And it's like the one of the decks that when the story came through, there was someone standing behind the person that was creating that work of art and someone standing in front of them. They showed me that the person behind them is someone that was not supportive of what they were doing, kind of like this was talking about, right? Where they're the naysayer, the dream buster. Why are you doing it that way? You should do something else. You're not going to be successful at that. Blah, 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 blah. Whine, right? And we're like, oh, we know what to do with them. We do send them outside the circle. And we're like, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time around them, because all they're doing is trying to, either out of jealousy or out of fear, tear down what I'm doing, and they want to feel safe, and they want me to feel safe, and so they want me to do something else less risky in their eyes. So we understand that, and that kind of individual is very obvious for us. And we're like, yeah, you're trying to take me off my authentic path, but I'm going to stay on mine. So that's cool. We understand that. That's not like news. But the other person in front is the supporter. They're like, I'm so proud of you. You're going to do so well at this, and they might even be financially supporting you. It's like, I want to give you this, monetary gift, or this place that you can be, whatever it might be, that they're, supporting you. And it's that individual that can influence us to go off our authentic path more than the other, because our ego, our human side, the little child inside of us, wants that support. It seeks that external validation and support. And so when we're getting it, we don't want to lose it. We don't want them to go into that naysayer camp and start, pull away their support from us. So they might add something in like, I'm so proud of what you're doing, and da-da-da-da-da, and have you ever thought of doing it this way, though? And they're maybe out of pure innocence, they're just trying to be helpful, but you're like, oh, God, I better do it more like what they want it to do so I don't lose their support. And so this card is just bringing that awareness around that, we have all this external stuff, this external influence, like this card talked about, that can pull us off our authentic path, expressing yourself the way you truly want to express yourself into the world, how you want to share that unconditional love and that energy you have within you with the world. So this is about be authentic. Try not to look outside of yourself for that validation. Find it from within, right? The Emperor leads. It's not, someone that's, what they used to call them, the people that, the courtiers, the people that would be, in the court of the king. They were the, duchesses and duchess and all those kind of people. Though, you were the Emperor. You can listen to the advice of others, but you don't have to take it on. You ultimately get to decide, because you are the Emperor. We're also going to pull a card here from the Elemental Oracle and see what else they want you to know. That's your physical adventure. All right, so what else for our Sagittariuses, please, about their physical adventure? Okay, they do want to that one. And you have change, wind, number 24. So I think it was 24. Yep, that's perfect. So this is definitely this, it's like this wind in the outside world, right? Let's see what energy comes with this for you. And it is a change, so we do know that with this change of course here, this is being verified here as well. So these verified each other. Now this one verifies these two. Says resisting change is useless. Be prepared for change in direction. You've been warned of change, so believe it. Wind is responsible for the majority of the movement of gases on the Earth's surface. It is measured by direction, speed, velocity, and energy, and moisture content. So winds are caused by changes in atmospheric pressure when air moves from a higher pressure to a lower, or vice versa. And when it does that, it creates movement in the air. So winds are influenced by geography such as mountains and seas, right? The sea. Ancient people took a great deal of notice of the wind direction as it could herald a change in season, a message from the gods or guardians, a particular kind of weather event, or the beginning of trade winds. Knowing when trade winds were starting was important to transportation by sailing ship. Without favorable winds, ships would be delayed, be calmed, or sunk. So there's this ship message coming here that these winds of change are coming, but they're coming for the better, because it feels like, you know, you were headed in a direction you didn't want to go, but there wasn't much you could do because the wind was heading that direction. But now the winds are changing, which allows you to change course. And some winds have been given special names and are a part of a human history and culture. The Greeks called their four winds of cardinal direction Boreas, Nodus, Eurus, and Zephyrus. And the Khamsin is the infamous hot wind that affects Egypt and Israel that caused invading armies huge problems via dust storms. Kamikaze is the Japanese name for the wind that turned back Mongol invaders. The Mistral is the powerful, cold, northwesterly wind that carries fierce storms across the Mediterranean coast of France, but is beloved by winemakers further inland. The Chinook is a warm, dry wind that melts the snow on the east side of the Canadian Rockies. It is considered a strange wind because even though it brings warmth to the freezing area, it also causes migraines. Very interesting. So winds have been signifiers of change for millennia. Depending where you stand, you can face them, use them, or resist them. So of course the element with this one is air, which is what we're going to move into next. So air element, which they just want me to go ahead and move into that, is the mental side. So this change that's coming that you really see reflected in the outside world is this change of mindsets, both in yourself but in others, because of course this is going to be what's happening inside your mind, and what's happening on the stage is that you're seeing this change of mindsets from other people that are in your, your atmosphere, in your environment. So we'll take a look. This is usually the sword suit in the standard tarot, and like I said, it represents your mind. So it's your mindset, your thoughts, your beliefs, your expectations, your attitudes, and so this is going to be what the creator wants you to know about your mental adventure during the month of June, and in regards to your intuition and your spiritual gifts. So for Sagittarians, okay, they want this one right here. And you've got the Seven of Air. And the Seven of Air, which would be like the Seven of Swords in the standard tarot, normally represents deception or thievery. And for these readings that I do, because this represents your mental adventure, this is how you are realizing what thoughts and beliefs that you have had that were deceiving you. And that would be the small t truths of the human side, of the fears that we had talked about a little bit as well, that your hesitancy in believing that you're worthy of doing these things. And so you have these belief systems that have kept you restricted. And I mean, it could be if you had spiritual beliefs, even if it was an organized religion, it could be hindering some of your spiritual progress, because they have a lot of gates that they have, like, no, only certain people can go beyond this, and you are not ordained or able to do that, so you feel restricted by it. Also, in just outside of organized religion, even in like metaphysical beliefs and different things, there's restrictive beliefs all over the place too, because the human side of us loves to define, and in defining stuff, we also constrict stuff. Like an example is cards here. Some people will have a belief that no one else is supposed to use your cards because when they touch it, their energy goes on it. Or if they do touch it, you have to go through this cleansing process. And, everyone has whatever experiences they want, whatever rituals they want, but you can see how we can have and develop our own beliefs around things that can be restrictive. And that's what this is about, is during the month of June, you become aware of the feelings, these thoughts that feel restrictive, that you are moving beyond because you are going to be stepping through this door. These are the thoughts and beliefs that are making you hesitate and going through there. We're also going to pull from this numerology guidance cards here and just see what else they want you to know about your mental adventure. There we go. And so what else for our Sagittarians, please? Okay. They just went to that one right there. And you have physical activity. So I love this. It is the color of the crown chakra, which is the purple here. And I really feel like this is this, how to get out of your mind is to get out of your mind and into your body, which is pretty interesting. It's about having physical activity. When you start to have these thoughts and this anxiety that comes up, it's like, get away from it all and go for a walk, or work out, or walk on the treadmill, or just walk around in the backyard, or just get up and walk away and go to the kitchen, get some water or get something to drink and then come back. It's like the physical movement gets you out of your mind and gets you into this different place again. So I love that. And let's see what else they want for this one here. See what other message comes with that. So this does indicate a need for exercise, which reduces stress hormones and releases feel-good endorphins in the brain, creating an overall sense of well-being, self-confidence, and peace. Because you attract what you feel, when you consistently feel good, you invite blessings into your life. Yep, so it's time for some endorphins. Regular physical activity can better your life in a variety of ways. It can embrace your physical and psychological well-being and reduce the risk of obesity and other conditions. When it comes to manifestation, exercise increases the energy flow throughout your body, which helps release toxins and negative emotions. This in turn raises your overall vibration and enhances your connection to Source. Wow, love it. It says whether you walk, you run, you swim, you cycle, you dance, you kickbox, you climb stairs, you attend Pilates or yoga, or play a sport such as basketball, tennis, or golf, being physically active will help you feel good about yourself. The affirmation for this card is, I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. Whenever it mentions physical activity, you know, these days I just have to say that I'm not a licensed medical professional. So before you start any physical activity, if you have any concerns, check with your doctor first. All right. That is done. And then we're moving into the final suit, which is the water element, which is normally the cups in the standard tarot. And this represents your emotions. So this will be your emotional adventure during the month of June, or in relation to your intuition and your spiritual gifts. So for our Sagittarians, what would you like them to know about their emotional adventure? Okay, that one right there. And you have the Two of Water. And this is beautiful because the Two of Water for me is like this message about there are two places that you can choose emotions from. One is from the human side, which is ruled by fight or flight. So it's the fear. It's the fear of losing conditional love. Or we can choose from the other, which is like the Ace of Cups. It's the chalice. It's the Holy Grail. It's full of the unconditional love of the Creator of all things. So every moment we have an emotional choice We can choose the fear of losing conditional love or from a place of unconditional love. And so this is showing that you have this power. It doesn't mean that it's wrong to choose fear, and it doesn't mean it's right to choose unconditional love, because there is no wrong choice. You get to experience what you want to experience, but this is letting you know that you're not trapped. You get to change and choose every second if you want to, right? It's like, this moment I'm choosing fear. When I calm down, I'm going to choose this instead. You can always change it up if you don't like what you're feeling. And so there's this power that's coming in here with that too, showing you that you have this power to choose. Now, your final card that we're going to pull here is from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And since it's the last card for this reading, it can still represent more information on your emotional adventure. But because it's the last card, we're going to allow it to be a wild card. It can be whatever else the creator wants you to know about your month of June, or your intuition, or your spiritual gifts, or whatever they would like you to know. So what's your final message here? Oh, okay, for Sagittarians. Wow. You got the full moon power. Yes, absolutely. Again, you are the one in charge. Yep, full moon power, and that's card number 16. And we will read from the book on this one as well. But that is so perfect. What a way to end your reading, right? Step into your true power. Shine brightly. Do not hide who and what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important. Open your mind to larger possibilities. Big magic can be wrought. And the affirmation for this card is, I have power. It is real. It says, go outside on a clear night and look up. Hopefully, you'll see the stars twinkling. If you are really lucky, you might see the swirling Milky Way spilling across the darkness. And then there she is, the big full moon, unmistakable in her glory and power. She moves the earth itself, stabilizes it into orbit. She releases and pulls the seas. So here we are talking about the tides and the ship again. She's the object of devotion, the inspiration of poems, the realm of goddesses, and she has witnessed the very first of us rise up on two legs and venerate her. Generation after generation, we have stood barefoot under the same moon, wishing, setting intentions, dancing, and drawing her graceful power. You are made of the very swirling matter that is the stuff of stars. You are pure possibility, changing constantly, renewing and transforming. Take this moment to recognize that power and rejoice in it, for your next step is the precursor to your future self. And the companion stone is Moonstone, of course, for this. So, yeah, this is all about taking your power, taking those next steps, stepping through the doorway, and this beautiful change that's coming in. So much wonderful energy coming for you in June. And I mean, it started off with this card, and it did not disappoint throughout the entire reading, and an ending with the power card. This is fantastic for you. And they have nothing else to add to that. I don't know what else they could. But if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these monthly readings for each zodiac sign, I also put out weekly energy updates for each of the zodiac signs and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, that'll give you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. And doing those things helps spread the love, also helps my channel grow in a significant way. Because when you like a video, or you share a video, you comment on a video, and especially if you subscribe to a channel, the YouTube algorithm just loves that, and it wants to share the videos of that channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I'm definitely grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, you beautiful Sagittarians, as you go through this amazing month, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing month, but I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.